Hello my blessed yarn lovers, this Crystal with Pray Eat Crochet, and I'm back with another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I made these very simple hand warmers. Check it out! Alright guys, so I apologize in advance for how raggedy the yarn looks on camera because I've been using it. But for this project I'm going to be using a Pound of Love yarn and by Lion Brand in the color Cherry. I am also going to be using this Susan Bates 5mm hook. With a slip knot, and then we're going to be making a chain of 38. I decided to go ahead and speed this part up because this is not like a tutorial to teach you how to crochet, and so I'm assuming that you should already know how to make a chain and a slip knot. But if not, I do have videos on that. I'll probably put it up in the link up at the upper right hand corner. Okay, so after I've made my chain of 38, I am going to insert a single crochet into every stitch, starting from the second loop from the hook, or the second chain from the hook. So not this, not here, but here. So I'm inserting a single crochet, and I'm going to do that all the way down. Once you reach the end of the row, you're going to want to chain one, turn the work, and then you're just going to work a single crochet into the back loop only. But for this first stitch, before we start doing the back loops only, when you turn your work, because this is going to be a repeat throughout the pattern, after you do your chain one, turn the work, go into both stitches on the first stitch, pull up the loop and make your chain one, and then for every other stitch you're going through the back loop only and doing a single crochet. But once you get to the end of the project, not the end of the project, once you get to the end of the row, you're going to do a single crochet through both stitches at the end. So whenever you're on the ends, you want to do it through both of the stitches. It just creates a cleaner edge at the end of the project. Alright, so we reached the end of the row, and what we're going to do is make a single crochet in both stitches here. Oops. Go up the loop, make your single crochet, you chain one, turn the work, and then you do it again. The hook goes through both stitches, and you're just making a regular single crochet, and then you're doing back loops only until you get to that last stitch again. So you're going to repeat this going back and forth, and then I will see you with my count number of how many rows I have in the next scene. Okay guys, so we have 38 rows that I've made. So it's actually 38. So it went 38 stitches across, and then it went 38 rows down. And most people who do this stitch already know that you count by twos. So you know, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for every hump. So now that we got that out the way, I'm going to take my handy dandy sewing needle, and I'm going to take, I left a long tail at the end. Let's see if I can get this camera doing what I needed to do. So I left a long tail at the end, and now I'm just going to sew the two ends together. Hold on. I'm gonna get my camera angles together, y'all, one of these days. To yarn going, so yarn. I'm gonna sew going from the back of that top flap into the top of the other side. And then I'm just gonna pull that out. I might have left too much yarn out, but we'll get there eventually. What I do want to show you is that, like, I have like big hands, and so like I know I'm gonna need about this much space for my thumb to be out. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to take the needle and I'm gonna like just kind of wrap it around those stitches until I get to that point where I'm back pulling the project together. But right now I'm just taking it around those couple of stitches that I want to leave out for the hole. I hope that makes sense. So that way the needle just already be over on that side. Okay, so now that I've reached this part, now I'm gonna start from this side and start connecting it back together. And then I will weave this in, and then I will show you what it looks like when it's all done. Alright y'all, I pulled these from another video that I have coming to you soon. Ain't these cute? Simple and cute. Effective. Boom.